Yeah, well, hello everybody. It's good to have you back. We have today here Onceinluv. We have Thompsin once again, literally like on every single podcast, and SeanB, along with our new guest who is right in the middle. Isittime, or I mean, I guess we go by Lisha. We call you Lisha, but Isittime is her Twitch name. If you want to introduce yourself, feel free to do so. Lisha.
Hello. I actually don't really stream Solar Sword that much anymore, but I used to. I don't know.
She lies. Lisha's OP.
I see you stream a decent amount of Summoners War.
I haven't done RTA at all this season.
I don't blame you.
So upcoming RTA streams then. Okay, confirmed. Thank you, Lisha. All right, we're gonna get right into our topics here today. We have a couple topics lined up. Topic number one is gonna be, one second here. I just dropped some frames. Okay, I should be good. Topic number one here is going to be fairly simple. The transmogs just came out last night, so just some general thoughts on the transmogs, as well as, I didn't put it into this question, but thoughts on the Guardian transmog, as well as the new update to the Ancient Shop, having Dark Cowgirl and Fran, as well as the new rewards for, you know, coming as a returning player, and the new starter packs. Kind of all that in this one question here. So kind of throw it out there, and anybody feel free to answer any of those or all of them. Go ahead.
We want to start through them.
Yeah, we'll start with the transmogs then. What are your thoughts on the new transmogs? What do you think is the most sick, I guess?
I think they're really cute. I think that the Fairy Kings look like kind of like the older brother fit. Okay, there's an echo. I can hear that.
Is it me? What the heck?
It's you.
It's you. It's you.
But
now?
there's like,
yeah,
there's this like older brother look to like the Ganny looks like Diana's older brother now. It's kind of cute.
So the one person I wanted to ask in particular what they thought of transmog was Thompsin, because I think the nicest transmog out of all of them are actually the paladins. They look sick. Oh, actually, and Lisha as well, because they both have paladins, and she has OP paladin as well.
I have every paladin now.
What? Oh wait, no, wait. Which one were you missing before?
I was missing the yellow one before. I have all of them now. So
Oh.
I can put a different skin on each paladin.
Are you going to get the skins, or have you got to them already?
I like the way they look, but then I don't like that the cape is split into like a scarf instead.
Oh, it's like into two, yeah.
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 That part's weird.
Yeah, it reminds me of like the Anubises. They kind of have that thing as well, on the two scarf things. What? Oh, he wants to display the transmog. Thompsin, dude. IT tech guy, not IT tech guy. Hey, did you get them already or what? Thompsin? Oh, we hear an echo and then now we don't hear Thompsin at all. Thompsin? Anyways.
Hello, Thompsin? Hello? Oh, he transmogged it right there.
Wow.
He bought them instantly. Look at this.
I think he's using stones.
Is he really?
Really?
Nah, he probably bought them, dude. He probably bought them.
He's got 1,400 stones.
What do you mean?
He has 1,400 transmog stones.
If he has 1,400 transmog stones, that means he bought the pack then, right? I don't know.
No, it gives you the thing, not the stone.
I think he's literally just farm. Thompsin, your mic is muted, by the way.
Your mic is muted now. Your mic is muted.
You might have pressed the mute button on your physical mic, though, when you were moving it around.
Oh my god.
You're still muted.
You would think the guy that's on every podcast has got his crap together. I love it, Thompson. We still don't hear you, by the way.
By the way, it's not that I'm not ready. I'm just really not
It's
technology
deep, Thompsin.
savvy.
He's back.
Yo.
Whoa,
I
I can't hear any of you.
No, the batteries on your walkie-talkie are low, man. Can you adjust that, please? I think you're using a different mic.
Oh, we got 40-year-old smoker Thompson voice here.
Oh, look at this. Anyways, I mean, obviously they don't have to really see us to continue talking about it. What are your thoughts on the new transmog, Sean? And we'll continue talking about it as Thompsin adjusts his settings.
They're nice, but I feel annoyed that I don't have a reason to use Marshall Cat. That
Yeah.
if I buy it, I'll never use it.
some
the
people
problem.
Some people were talking about that, and I kind of referred back to Drunken Masters. I believe they actually gave transmogs to Drunken Masters before they did a light buff, a light buff to them. So we potentially can speculate that they might have a buff coming out for the Martial Cats as well.
Okay, hold up.
Maybe?
Hold up. If we buff the Martial Cats,
TOA.
new players. TOA.
I know. I know.
Cannot forget that TOA exists.
You're back, Thompson. You're good. You're gonna go.
I mean, they buff Artemio
Oh my
like
God, I
out
can't
of
hear
nowhere,
anything.
so I
When
don't
buffed
think they
the
care.
Ultra Girls, TOA got really hard again too.
Yeah. I mean, they don't
And
have
then,
to give it a crazy
and then we'll
buff.
get around it somehow. I mean, it doesn't really matter, you know? It's just TOA.
Yeah.
You get around it somehow, even if they buff, like, they buff shit all the time. We just still get around
Those
it
are floors that are notoriously already difficult. It's not like they took a floor that was like meh and then made it hard.
Could you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
You sound great.
Okay, got it.
It's a good mic
didn't
too.
hear. Okay, good.
Sick. We're good to go.
Cool.
Don't touch it.
So
anymore.
what I
We're
was gonna
good.
say is, I bought the transmog packs, and 2 is the animations for the Fairy Kings are really, really good.
The skill 1 is beautiful, isn't it? I
Oh
love
my
it.
God, it's like freaking.
Ganny skill
insane.
3.
Yeah.
Ganny
Yes.
skill 3 is so nice. It's so
Yes,
Yeah.
well done.
also, like the chilling throws candy canes at people. Like
I said
little
candy canes too, but
lollipop.
it's a lollipop. It's not candy canes. It's
Yeah.
otherwise
They're
candy
really
cane.
cool.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
super cool.
I actually bought the skins for it. It's awesome. Yeah, I really like it.
It's gonna be hard for me. I really like my cowboy chilling.
Oh yeah.
I really like my tank Dover, but the pirate one is kind of cool too. What are your thoughts on that?
It's super cool. Yeah, it's super awesome. Also, if you don't have like the Guardian skins, the Paladins is a must get.
Dude, I
Because
feel
such an upgrade from the previous one, you know?
like
think
the
they're
paladins
better than
are
the
so sick. Dude, the shield is huge. The mace is ginormous, and she doesn't just move like dash forward on skill 1 anymore. She leaps
Yep.
forward. That's ridiculous.
It's crazy. I really like it. They always do a good job on the animation, you know?
Is there an echo again? No, there's not.
Yeah. It's when you
What?
guys talk at the same time.
That's weird.
I don't know if it's me. It's like I've been keeping it muted unless I say something.
No, it's not you. It's not you because we've been hearing it if you've kept it muted. Yeah.
I don't know if it's me because I'm here every week.
It's probably because you've been messing around with your computer settings and you're trying to show your screen and not show your screen, and it's like Discord is like messing up your settings, like your sound settings and everything
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
I think so too. Are you saying I'm not technology savvy? Because I'm very technology savvy.
I never said that.
I just
But I
reset in my
implied that.
Discord.
It was just implied.
I definitely implied that, but no, I'm just kidding. What are your thoughts, Alicia? Anything else on the other transmogs? Are you gonna get the pack yourself, or I feel
Well,
like you're
'cause
obligated to get the paladins.
I feel like I can't, because then what was the point of playing for the Guardian Paladin skins?
So this is kind of my thing with units that have multiple skins. I just do like one of each on each skin. So my Sierra, Juno, and Praha all have a different. Like Camilla, Vanessa, and
That's what I do with
Camilla,
my
Vanessa, and
Malcolm girl too.
I want to point out
But
one
no
thing.
one uses gun anymore, so it's kind of useless.
You first pick that every match. What are you talking
okay,
about?
but she's really good in Guild Wars.
I am
Still.
a
She's like, it's like Guild Wars meta.
Honestly, I do want to point out one thing though, Alicia. You could have the skin and
No,
have one on each of your
I
Leonas.
know, no.
Because you have multiple Leonas. Talk chat.
No, thank you. I saw
You're
that
fucking
like,
toxic.
people have been
Toxic.
doing an RTA lately though, so that's pretty cool.
How's that toxic? I'm just saying she has 2 Leonas. That's like, I mean, there's a couple people in chat that can feel for you as well because they probably have dupe LD Nat 5s. Couple people. Yeah,
If
she
you
has
have 2 Leonas, you gotta get it.
Yeah, she has 2. But anyways, yeah, so that's some general thoughts on the transmogs. Okay, so since we're talking about some RTA skins as well, let's talk about the Guardian Beast Monk skins. Have you seen the animations yet?
Hate it.
They're pretty underwhelming.
Yeah,
Absolutely hated it.
So I'm of the unpopular opinion. I like the skin. I think the skin itself looks nice. However, the animations are very lackluster.
The retouch animation was okay.
That's
the
the one I
fire and
like.
the water one is like the most beta I've ever seen. The fire and the water is like, oh my god, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
I think they're okay, but if they're gonna make you work so hard for it, like really, I know friends that they don't do wings for like a week or 2 weeks, and they drop down like a rank or 2 ranks.
Yeah.
they gotta work so hard for them. The transmog's got to be a little bit better than that, you know.
Do we all have the beast monks here? Like,
Yeah.
I have like a decent amount of the beast monks. Like I have each element one, multiples of each. I have like 5 Kumars.
I have 2.
You have 2
But
of
you
them.
also realize that you don't use them that often anymore or at all.
Guild Wars. That's it. Like safe Guild Wars. Like, yeah, that's it. Safe Guild Wars. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I like Kumar's third skill. Kumar's third skill looks nice. I wish the defend
Really?
skill looked better. Because people actually use Chandra a lot.
I don't know. After I keep looking at Rika and Zyros, the Kuma third skill, the Garden Transmog is like, what is this puny fire thing?
You know what they should
I
have
don't
done?
know.
They should have done like, or they can do this in the future. Specialty transmogs where like the animation is like, I don't want to refer it to E7, but I'm gonna refer it to E7, man. When it does some kind of crazy janky animation like E7, like or something like
You
that.
want
I
like
don't know.
you want like a CGI animation?
Yeah, I want something nuts like that. Like just like maybe
Everyone
it doesn't have to be
just
every single
complain
one.
about it.
What's that?
Everyone just complain about it. You know how much Bud complains about E7 animations? He just wants to skip them.
No,
That is
no
so
appreciation for art.
I know. I mean, I can see the backlash. I can see the pros and the cons of it, though. Yeah. But I would say the Retesh one is probably the nicest. It's like Teshar's third skill on like steroids. It's kind of nuts.
The beast monks all really need a guild war leader skill.
Yeah.
That would change Guild Wars meta so much too. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be definitely something viable.
The
that I
biggest
see them
issue
on.
with the biggest
Man,
issue with
imagine
current Guild
Retash
Wars
having
is
the
there's not enough pure skill options.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
One more time.
I was just saying the issue with Guild Wars right now with it being so stale is that there's not enough leader skill options. So people are forced to use the same leader skills for everything. You pick Sierra lead, you pick Jean lead, you pick Kamoon lead, you pick maybe Molong lead.
Feng Yan lead.
Musa lead against John.
No, but I mean like on defense. Like on defense, there's just like
Oh, yeah,
4
yeah,
leads
yeah.
that people
Yeah,
pick it
those
up.
are
I just
the-
need a resist.
Right. Okay, cool. Yeah, so some thoughts on the RTA Guardian skins. If you guys haven't seen that yet, make sure you guys check it out. You can already see it. You can see the previews of the animations and get your thoughts on that. The last part is adding in Frand and Dark Calgore pieces into the Ancient Shop. Like, I thought that was pretty nice.
So good. So good.
Suggesting this-
Friend.
We've all been suggesting this for months. I'm glad they listened to us.
Yeah. But is it valuable? I mean, I guess it is valuable,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
How much does
the
it
people
cost?
without Fran can no longer complain.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
much does it
friends
cost,
finally
though?
free to play.
Kind of expensive.
Uh,
It doesn't
Hey.
matter how much it costs. It's worth it.
It's like 500 or something like that.
No. It's
How
like
much?
One second.
So
Give me a
cheap.
second. I'll check.
It's so cheap. I can check it right now.
Yeah, double check it right now. It's 100. Oh, it's 100. That's not very bad at all.
It's so cheap.
That's like
If you
3
go-
events.
Yeah,
That's like a
you
month.
only need 40 pieces, so 100. That's super cheap. Holy.
Yeah, that's actually really nice. Big shout out though. A lot of people don't know and people keep asking, but to skill it up, you just use the 2 and 3 star fairies. You don't have to obtain X amount of light fairy queens to skill up. And there's
Optic and Misaka, right?
Yeah.
You can only buy half. You buy half and use almighty pieces.
oh,
You can save even
Save
more.
yourself the ancient coins.
that's smart because ancient coins are very valuable. Like I'm sitting on like almost 600. I'm just gonna hold them for now.
I have 1,000 still. I don't spend them at all.
Wait, you didn't get Elsharian?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, how do you have 1,000?
I don't think Elsharian's very good.
But I think he's valuable enough
Good choice.
where
Good choice.
I think he's valued enough where he can only be obtained from there. So in terms of collecting and of having that unit, since you only can get him there, it's valuable, right?
I enjoy
That- to that aspect.
being able to tell people that my only LDNF 5 is Veramos. I don't have Jean. I don't have Elsharian.
And maybe that's why you haven't got to LD 5. You need to unlock the gates.
Oh, okay, relax. I've been whispering
Relax.
for weeks, and nothing has happened.
Wait, you've been whispering Thompson? You have to whisper him, man.
Yes.
Yeah, sweet,
I
sweet
have.
words, and then you get LD 5.
I just randomly message him at like 4 a.m. Like, yo,
No,
what's
he
up?
doesn't. He randomly sends me raid invites. I'm like, what the hell? Deny.
Denies my
Like
rating.
6 a.m. in the morning.
You're awake
Slight
though.
I am awake.
So what about the Dark Cowgirl? Have you guys taken a look into it or the skills? I know it was given before as an event, but is it actually a good unit? It's just for
She's
collecting,
not
right?
as good as Fran, but like she's okay for Necro.
Oh, okay. But I still think the light one is better than, right? Easily obtainable.
Yeah, the light one's a lot better.
Armor.
Yeah.
I'm a break too.
So it's just for monster collectors and the people that, you know, want to complete the Pokédex, which there are a lot of people out there that really try to complete the whole Pokédex. I'm talking like even the regular Nat 5 Pokédex, which is kind of nutty. Okay. Dark Cowgirl was a Valentine's Day event 3 years ago. Oh, were you sure 3 years ago?
She was 2016.
Wow.
February.
3 years ago, Jesus. Time
The
flies.
one that got
I remember
away.
they made you do so much to try to get it.
Yeah.
And it's so underwhelming.
So many events.
Yeah, I remember that. All right. Last but not least, I guess I did bring up the updates on whatchamacall returning players. Yeah, it seems like people are maybe they're exaggerating. They're like, oh, I'm gonna take 30 days off and come back to all these rewards. Is it worth it or not? Have you seen it? I think there's like immemorials. There's like FRR.
I think it's worth it, but I really don't like how they get the immemorial stone because like. I feel like they should first give them 50 legendary pieces and 50 at the end of the week for the immemorial stone. Cause like when you're first starting to play, you never get excited if you get like a really good grind. But if you pull like a good monster, it's like, you know, you're like, oh, I want to play. I got illusion, you know.
Do you have a link to all the rewards?
Yeah, I'll get it. 1 second.
Yeah, we'll get that link. Actually, that's good. We should get that for people in the chat.
I've been sharing my screen. Could you guys see anything on my screen?
I posted it in the group, Brian.
All right, 1 second. Let me do this so I can get it easily. God, I hate technology.
Oh no! Panic! Panic!
Like, could you guys read this?
No, that's pretty small.
Oh, rip. This happened last week.
My opinion on it, I like that they're implementing more opportunity for people to get immemorial gems. However, having it only given to people who have taken a break from the game for 30 days kind of feels bad. I hope it's a step in a direction where they start giving it to us monthly as logins, maybe like a couple here and there.
That'd be
However,
really nice.
I don't think that we would get that for the next couple months, if it were to even be a considerable thing.
I don't think it's worth it to stop playing for a month anyway. If you're in any sort of like G3 guild, they're gonna let you just take a break for a month.
Yeah, it's pretty much only worth it if like you have to like take a break, right? It's like then you don't. It doesn't feel as bad having to take a break when you already have to, right? Let's say you're like you take a new job, you have to move, you know, you have all these like new papers to sign, you reorganize your life, you need to take a month off the game. When you come back, it's like, hey, cool, they're giving me all this stuff, so it feels better. But there's not really a reason to stop playing the game just to get the rewards.
I think it's. Oh, actually, go ahead, Sean. Did you have any opinions on it before I say?
For me, I'm more on the free removal ticket. That something they can do for everyone. That, you know, can I don't have FR on the same day, and can I do it on the day that I want to by giving me a ticket, like how they're giving returning users, instead of force me to do it on that day. Because I may have just have a wedding to go, and then I'm like, oh yay, no FR for me today. I guess feels bad.
But that's been like a Summoner's War tradition since like the beginning of this game.
And they do give it out every month, which is quite nice.
So like if I
games
decide not to
that.
do it on that day, punish me by having a 12-hour ticket, like, you know. And
I hope regular FRR always changes. I mean, that was the suggestion we made with E7 stuff. It's like, hey, give us the old Summoner's War thing, just make it better, right? So hopefully if that happens, then Summoner's War will be like, hey, we should improve. You know, why can't we have a ticket that you get on a blank day a month? You get it for it lasts 3 days, and it's like a 12-hour coupon or something, right? Friday to Sunday, or you make it HOH length, you make it 60 hours. Middle of Friday to Sunday, you give people a chance, right? A lot of people are busy on Saturdays. Some people work Saturdays, man.
Yeah,
It's brutal for them.
So instead of having it just activated for everybody, it's like a coupon activation, right? Is what you're saying. And it's just the coupon expires in X amount of time. I think that's pretty smart for the weekend, right? Because, you know, I think the weekend is reasonable enough. I mean, granted, there are going to be a handful of people out there that are busy on the weekends, but it gives you multiple days, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to pop that ticket and do, even if it was just a 6-hour ticket, honestly, I think that'd be much appreciated. 6 or 12 hours. I think that'd be awesome, right? Because most people can plan out for it as well.
I don't know. This tradition's been going on for like 3 years, and no one really complain about it for 3 years.
Really?
I complained about it forever. It's just no one
It's on
thought
Reddit
it was that
every
big of an
month.
issue. And the only reason nobody thought it was that big of an issue is because at least they gave us it, right? So people are like, you know, they gave it to us. Let's not complain too much about it. But you know, we've reached that point in the game. The game's been alive for 4+ years, right? Quality of life improvements are going to be the things that keep players like us still playing.
I definitely agree.
How long has it been since they started selling the free removal tickets?
A year and a half, 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah, not
I can check.
insanely long. Yeah, fairly new, I would say. But yeah, something in the
Can I
logs of in our daily logins, like we are talking about earlier, as for the regular players, like a 6-hour daily login ticket reward that lasts for a week would be kind of cool. So we get like, you know, maybe they don't have to change FRR. We get the FRR and we get a 6-hour ticket, since they give those out like once a month for the regular players. I think that'd be cool. You know, and you can
Maybe they sell that? They can sell that cheaper, only 6 hours for like $10.
Then nobody's actually, if they start giving those, then nobody's gonna buy their regular FRR tickets. Business, you know, you have to give some leeway in business as well, right? Yeah, always has to be in their benefit as well, right? They're end of the day, they're a company, they're a business. There's nothing you can say can change that. Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to the next topic then. That's actually a pretty expansive topic number 1. Topic number 2 we have here. Where do you see yourself ending this season in RTA? How is this season's ranking different? Apparently because like the pool of players in each rank is larger, and everybody's been asking that question. Hey, do you think this point will hold this rank, right? What are your thoughts on this? Because this is the most different of seasons that we've ever had.
I will end G3, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard because I have to do like at least like 1 or 2 wings a day at least. To hold,
How many
like,
wings have you done this season, Thompson?
I honestly, at the beginning of the season, I did a lot. I was like ranked 20.
No, but how many are you at right
playing
now?
for like a month, and I was all the way down to like rank 100. So I was like, oh, I have to keep playing.
How many matches have you done this season?
I don't know. Let me. I think I could show you guys the thing.
Have you done a bunch, Brian, or just like a couple here and there?
Me, beginning of the season, we kind of did a lot because that's usually the fun time to like mess around and do stuff. So I've done a couple hundred. Let me see how many I've done.
So I've done 468 matches at a 55% win rate. I have a friend who's done 1,500 matches, so 1,000 more matches than I am. Their win rate is 49.3%.
What rank is that though?
They are 2,152 points.
Whoa, that's.
I am 2,066 points. I have a 6%. I have a 6% higher win rate.
That's actually ridiculous because out of every other season in the past, if you kept your win rate above 50% or 51%, whatever it is, you could ensure that you would rank up. But it looks like with the new changes in points and the season and this season now, it doesn't matter. You play a lot of matches, you are higher rank. Is that something they wanted or intended? Huh? Interesting.
I think you just need to keep winning the better player and you get higher ranks anyway.
I think it's unintentional. And the unintentional thing is with that whole 1900 wall. The main issue comes from let's say you go 15-15, right? And you get base minimum points, win and loss every single time, right? So you win 4 and you lose 3. You will, if you go 15-15 every single day, you will net 15 points every single day.
That's crazy.
So if you
I did 400,
you lose,
I did like about 400 matches.
You get 12.
You done about 400
I did
matches?
400 matches and I'm at 70% win rate. Last season I got 70% win rate as well, but I only did 240 matches.
Are you like?
Do you guys see my screen or no?
I can
we
see it.
can
It's
barely
pretty
see
small.
your screen. It's always small, dude. Unless you're in the middle,
Okay,
it's not worth it for you to use that thing unless you're in the middle.
Okay.
But yeah, I've done 176 matches with a 59.7% win rate. So I haven't done very much either. But I mean, I can feel it. I mean, it's like I've been doing like a couple just to hold that Guardian, and then I started giving up because it's just moving so fast, dude. I just don't play it enough to keep up, man. Like literally I stopped for a week and then like Guardian was like 20 points away. I was like, what the heck, bro? Like, is this gonna happen every week? This is ridiculous.
So,
Also, do you guys see this? Like, you guys could look at replays, and when you guys watch replays, people are bringing in like the same team because it's like they're just trying to get the wings over, you know? They're just trying to finish up all their wings, and they're bringing like the same team. Like I'll go into a game, and it's like Fran, Brad, and then like Vanessa, Gianna. Yeah, it's like the same people, same team. It's like, whoa.
You see the same 5 units in every single match, and I'm guilty of using some of them as well. But like, I've reached the point where I first pick Vanessa over anything. There's nothing you can pick that will make me not pick Vanessa.
A lot of people do that.
I take Vanessa first as well. Vanessa, Fran are like first two for me almost all the time.
Yeah,
Vanessa,
Fran has been first picked a lot. Fran, Verd, Vanessa.
I don't even care about
Hathor.
I feel like I handle out of all of the pool of like top 4, like Vanessa, Fran, Verd, Hathor that I see picked a lot. I feel like Verd's actually very easy to handle, in my opinion.
Oh, okay. Do you just like burst it out, or like
I just destroy it. I just burst it out.
Okay.
Yeah. Or I don't care about it. Like the teams that I bring in, I don't care about it. Instead of them cycling turns, because I'll have double immunity or whatever it is. So it just depends on what you have.
When you think about it, if you could like full stun the other team, it's a little bit better than giving everybody like 30% attack bar or 40% attack bar, right? Like if you could like Oki land all the Rain of Stones, right?
Yeah. So as we can see, this season's rankings, it rewards players that are, I hate to say the word, but mediocre. Yeah, that do mediocre at the game. Like nothing excelling. Like you don't have to do an excessive amount of, you know, have a crazy high win rate. Even if you get a average or slightly below average win rate, you're looking at still netting points for the season. So if you're a mediocre player and you adamantly use your wings, you're going to be higher ranked than a lot of players this season.
So you're calling Skit mediocre?
Calling who?
Oh, okay.
Skit doesn't do that many wings. All right.
No, Skit is like number 4. You're calling him mediocre because he just does more wings than everyone else.
So, but when you compare Skit, to someone like Thompsin, though, they're pretty. I would say they're pretty equal in skill and the ability to play the game. However, Skit is like 1,300 points above Thompsin.
Sure, I mean in
right?
that
but they still have the same win rate. Thompson's win rate is still 75%. Skit's win rate is 74.2.
Right. In that context and in that rankings, sure, we can say Skit is mediocre then in the pool of high-low players. Let's go. The shots fired. Let's go. I still love Skit though. I think he's a great player. I think he's way better than me. But still, yeah, we can say that. Yeah. Would he have the highest win rate against those top, like let's say 25 players out there? Maybe, maybe not. Right? But
this season, when I queue, there's also times when like I would queue like 20 games and it was like G1, G2, G1, 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 C3, G2. There's like no G3s queuing.
G3s don't queue against other G3s anymore. There's no point. Because you gain a minimum, you get a minimum 4 points if you win. So you just queue when no other G3s are queuing.
Yeah, but like another G3 would think the same thing and queue at the same time and you get matched up. I just like there are times when you just play like G2s or G3s, G1s all day. So maybe if they have to fix up like the matchmaking system, or I don't know, like this system really sucks. It's kind of like making me not want to play this game. I can't put in like 30 wings a day. It takes like 2 hours, honestly.
What if they reverted the system similar to how the system was before, but the queues are longer? I've been asking for this a while, man. Like a lot of competitive games, if you're higher ranked,
yes,
you should sit in queue for 3-5 minutes. Like I think you should. If you are Thompsin G3, you should sit in queue for 3-5 minutes to look for a much closer match. And
back in the days, I would have disagreed with you, but now I'm really patient because I'm an auto chess player. Dude, that game it takes like 10 minutes to find a game. So I totally agree. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They just implemented it so where you can do other things while you're in queue too, so it's not that bad.
Right, it would make
the queues are so fast, which doesn't really make sense to me. Like they add this thing where you can do other stuff, but
completely
the queues are like this fast.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do in 5 seconds?
Like Twitch chat or YouTube open to the side one. There's war. Come on, man.
Yeah, I think they need to make the queues a lot longer. I don't think people would mind waiting. I think some people will still probably complain, right? But think about it. Majority of the population is not going to complain because majority of the population is not Guardian 1, Guardian 2, Guardian 3. Even Guardian 1 is probably going to be quick matchmaking, right? So it's only the high rank players that are going to be potentially complaining and having those longer queues, which I think is perfectly fine, especially if they're trying to promote the game and have more people do RTA, right? With a higher pool and population of people doing RTA, the queue should actually technically start getting shorter and shorter.
There is a saving grace, though. I liked how they extended the G3 and the G2 and the G1. Like, the top like
G2
300
changed.
and so on and so on. Because
G2
like
is
if
the same, right?
every season I try to get G3. If it was based on how many wings and I'm going to be G2 because of that, it's like I'm going to quit straight up.
Didn't they only change? Didn't change G2, right? G2 is still the same.
Well,
Is it?
Still 1%, right?
G3 is 300, and I think C3 is larger. So because those two pools are larger, it will in turn, of course, affect G1 and G2. Right, that's it. 3
is 300. I'm pretty sure G2 is still top 1,000. G1 is fixed 2,500. It used to be 2 point something. It used to be what, like top 1% or something, which was like about 22 to 2,300 people. So now it's changed to a fixed 2,500. And then C3, I think is the same, and C2 and C1 improved, I think.
Oh, I thought C3 was different. Oh, okay, so C1.
It's been a long time since they released it. I can look for it though.
Yeah, that's quite interesting because those are gonna change, like the way the point system works, and because of those changes, people are always asking in the chat like, hey, you know, I have this amount of points. Do you think I'll be, you know, C3, or do you think I'll be whole G1? We can't even speculate because it's so different from all the other seasons. Like I can't even tell you when Guardian 1's gonna end. Like we can make a rough
G1
estimate.
is a bloodbath right now.
Yeah, like what do you think it's gonna end? It's
It
gonna
was
end
supposed to
almost
be better.
2,000.
Every rank is going up like about 5 points, and we're not even at the end of this. We're not even like last week or last 3 or 4 days yet.
Right.
We're talking crazy jumps. I think that the last couple days will jump like 10 plus points a day.
1941 is G1 right now. Someone said G1 went up 6 points today. That's crazy.
41. We have 9 days. I think G1 will be
2K.
2050. 2050 will be G1
2050?
finish.
Okay, that's kind of high, dude. You think 9 days will be up 60
that's
points?
a pretty high jump.
Right.
Well, that's more. That's 110 point jump. I think it'll be.
Because the last day is insane jump, right?
I think it'll be 2 days. It'll be 5 points a day for the next 6 days, so that's 30 points, and then it'll be 10 to 15 points in the last 3. So maybe a little bit less, maybe like 20, 15ish.
Actually, you might be right. You know why? Usually in the past couple of seasons, players avoid doing RTA's the last day, but since the point system is kind of the way it is now, it doesn't really punish you as much to do wings on the last day. You see what I'm saying? Like the potential loss amount is not as great as it was in the last couple of days of the other season, if that makes any sense. So you're gonna see everybody pushing 30 wings. So go ahead.
Yeah, if you don't play on the last day, everyone's just gonna climb like 40 points above you.
Yeah, that's gonna be very fun to watch, man. Shoot, maybe we should stream battles on that last day, that last couple hours.
That's usually what we do. Actually, there's a lot of us that do that.
Yeah, that's kind of
on the last day. What we do, everyone says closing time waiting room, and then we watch people struggle to hold their like G2 or G3. We watch their points hover and drop between like G1, G2. Take bets on the stream, like see who can do who's gonna make it and who's not gonna make it.
Dream crush.
I know.
Bloodbath.
or you are one of those people who logs into someone's account who's really strong but hasn't done any RTA, and you rank up in C3 and you just crush dreams because you're that guy.
Or your rank is a solid G2 already, and you crush other people's dreams. Oh my gosh!
You don't
happens,
so much
it happens.
Toxic.
Oh,
Can you do that this season though? Just play at the end and get to G2?
You'd have to play the last week, probably. I mean, if you have a high enough win rate, you can climb up, right? Roarables can climb placements to like top 300 the last 2 or 3 seasons in a week, I think is what he does. Mainly because he's busy with work.
That's nuts.
But like he'll play like 180 matches and finish like rank 400, rank 300.
Just because I don't know if you can still get like those 17 points from like getting a G3 player this time.
If you're below 1900, you get a lot of points. You're below 1900 and you fight someone like G2 plus, you can steal like 13 or 12.
So the biggest struggle is 1900 plus. So the next 100 or so, going up from 1900 to 1900.
Once you reach the 1900 level, you're looking at you're either bare minimum, so you get 4 a win, or up to maybe 7 points, 8 points a win. It's pretty tough.
Yeah, Discord's kind of finicky, so I don't blame you for the crashes. I just got an email though. The Discord says that any Discord partner is gonna have their channels and their accounts all optimized and turboed. So hopefully that makes a difference moving forward.
Okay.
Anyways, we'll go ahead and move on to the next topic there. yeah, that should be quite interesting to watch how this season ends. I mean, we definitely will be talking about it, more so next week. Yeah, people are going to be stressing next week, right? Because next week this time is like 1 or 2 days before season ends. So yeah, gonna move on to topic number 3 here, which is kind of going in line with this RTA discussion. But who will be the top 4 at the end of the season? Like, who do you think? Like, is it secured yet? I haven't even looked. And for the RTA Legend tourney, who do you think will actually win?
Tomato.
Team Tomato.
Team
Is it
Tomato.
gonna body everybody?
Tomato, Sai, and Skit, they're gonna be top 3, I think.
5,000?
Huh?
93? He has 5,093 points. What is this?
Rumor has it that his win rate is like 85%. I can't confirm that. I saw people talking about it in a Korean stream when I was watching on Africa, but I can't confirm if that's true or not.
You can probably extrapolate.
I would believe it because Skit is rank 4 and has a 75% win rate.
Who is the second person?
Z? Hey, that's
the first,
that's me.
season
That's my old account.
That's Z.
Isn't he one of the early
That's
seasons?
Brian.
Yeah,
He's just
Asian.
been like a top contender for a long time.
Yeah, I think he's just been pushing harder. I think he's been pretty known in the Asia community. So he's just burning points. I mean, burning wings.
Is this Sai and Skit 3 and 4?
Sai and Skit, yeah.
Yeah, Sai and Skit, and well, who's the 2 cat people below him? I know the fifth. No, the 6th guy. But who's the 5th
The
guy?
6th guy is the guy who picks Ragdoll Molly.
Yeah.
I've never seen the 5th guy
and,
before.
Artemil, right? Every game.
Ragdoll Molly.
Ragdoll Artemil, and he picks Molly. I don't know, because he like picks Molly so people don't use Diana or something.
Strange.
Like, he's a little bit further away, but
He's
that
my
other
hero.
cat guy, that other cat guy above him is contingent of maybe, pushing to 4th. Who is that guy? Does he even know?
He's a Thompsin fan because he knows all I want is a Molly.
So I think
You
as
already
long
have a
as
Molly, though.
Skit,
All I want is to pull a Molly. I'm gonna make her great.
But you already have a Molly. IRL.
I have a chance. I'm gonna summon. Hopefully I pull
Okay,
a Molly.
cringy joke. Got him.
as long as Skit maintains doing his wings every day, and he has
Alright,
been.
you know
He's been
what? I'm
streaming his
gonna
wings
summon
every
a
single-
Molly right now.
Wow. Pop a pack right now.
Here we go. LD Nat
It
5.
triggered him so much, dude. As long as Skit continues to do his wings, he's been streaming his 30 wings every day on Twitch. So as long as he continues to maintain 30 wings a day, there's no way this guy will. He's over 200 points behind him. Well, he's barely 200 points.
Yeah, and
But
so
that's way
with
too much to climb.
With this RT Legends tourney, we're definitely gonna try to stream it. It could actually be anybody's game, right? Because it's a different mode and it's a small battle. It's not a lot of battles.
I don't know if you got different information, but I asked if they were planning on broadcasting it anywhere, and there were no plans for that.
No,
Currently.
it will be in a tournament room, so you can spectate in the tournament room. I think
Okay.
that's what I potentially heard. I'm gonna get more confirmation in the
Because
future.
I asked about that last week, and I didn't get any. What I was told is that there was no confirmation from headquarters, so Korea has not made a decision on it.
Well,
But I don't think they're live streaming it.
well,
Maybe
maybe.
get Molly from Mysticals. You're opening the.
Don't talk to me. I'm summoning one right now.
What a champion.
Oh my god.
Give me 3 seconds. I'm gonna pull a Molly right now.
On
FTP,
stream.
close your eyes. Don't look.
Oh yeah, you guys shouldn't look if you guys are free
FTP,
to
don't
play.
look. Close your eyes.
No! Don't feed me.
Oh my gosh.
What a.
I mean,
What a
technically,
legend.
when you're at this point in the game, those things have no value to you at all. Hey, wait, I thought, do you have
I
LD
said-
summons?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just leading up to it. I see.
I had 300 Rainbow onto each other the other day. It's the best feeling when you clear up all your inventory and chat hates you. It's great.
Okay.
I think if Tomato doesn't win, I think Sai will win. I think Sai has the upper hand by having a more flexible playstyle and unique builds. I think he'll make something unique specifically for the tournament.
Yeah, and as long as he's not whatchamacallit, he's not hungover like he is usually.
Yeah, boozing.
I know. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to.
See, I want to lose the tournament and just say I'm hungover, but no one will believe me because I don't drink alcohol.
No one would know unless you.
Do you not
said
drink
that.
alcohol at all?
Yeah.
Huh. Everybody's watching your summons here. All right, we'll kind of open it up here to the last topic, which is kind of just opening it up with the chat to discuss whatever questions you see in the chat of interest, or anything that you guys wanted to say or bring up on whatever topic that you've experienced in your channels or that you've thought about. Feel free to shoot anything up here from the chat, and we can discuss it.
Sorry, I'm just mesmerized by this man just like spam summoning.
I know.
Yeah. We have an IslandGrown stream and an IslandGrown stream.
You guys can barely see it, but don't worry.
Change the name tags. Change the name tags. We know where the real IslandGrown is now.
All right. Let me just pull on my Molly real quick. I'm completely tilted right now.
How are you tilted? You're summoning mystics, which you like don't need anything, right?
I need a lot of stuff. I'm missing a lot of things.
How much mana do you have?
Don't worry about it.
Is that 175 million? Or is that
Don't
1.7 billion? Oh, it's only 175 mil. It's not that much.
Sure.
How many scrolls do you have?
All right, it's about to come out. My Molly's about to come out soon.
Yeah, but you're still summoning. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. It's time. It's time when right now a Molly will be born.
Is it time? You see what I did there?
Top cleave RTA teams right now. Tiana, Bastet, Shina, Maruna, +1.
Incorrect.
Lydia, Tiana, Annabelle. I can't even say that with a straight face. There's one guy in G2 that uses Annabelle, Beth, Galleon, Tiana, Lydia, and Alicia sometimes.
Please.
He does pretty well
Molly.
with it too.
Will Shield Cleave?
Please.
Yeah, Will Shield Cleave. His units are really tanky though.
Please. Oh, Molly time.
Molly not 5.
GG. That's it, Molly.
Yo,
Oh.
Molly. Oh, check it out.
Small.
Check it out.
Oh, sorry. I meant to say Martina. My bad. Not Shina and Martina are the ones that are nuts.
Yeah, I'm like, Maruna? Really?
Okay. Question from chat for you guys. Who do you want transmog next? Pick a Nat 5, Nat 4, and a Nat 3 fan.
Half Magician, Bikini Transmog, please. Thank you.
Fran needs a transmog. Oh,
What?
Molly, just like
what?
that, guys. I get Molly just like that. Oh.
What is that?
Oh.
Lame.
Whoa, is that new?
Cannon girl. Congrats.
Yeah.
Is that new?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
it.
handball, but nice, good.
Finishing the Pokédex.
What the heck? Just 2 LD lightnings just like that. Yeah, you guys got to sweet talk Thompson for some of them LD lightnings. Jesus.
Yeah, we got a YouTube thumbnail right there.
Oh, no Molly, rip.
Best cleave unit is Stormblade Spitfire. Okay, faint.
By the way, I have the best cleave team. You guys don't know it, but I do.
Okay, what is it?
It's Jean, Tableau, Gianna, Shina, Martina.
Sir, can you tell me how you're supposed to cleave with a Jean?
I lost
Because
a bunch of
if I
Jean.
ban your Shina, you don't have any AoE. So how are you cleaving me?
Well, if you ban my Jean, I'm cleaving you.
Tableau, man, AoE. What are you talking about?
What? I'm gonna cleave you slowly over time.
Exactly.
No.
Me softly with
It's a
his-
slow cleave.
Hey, some cleaves are a little bit faster than other cleaves, all right?
So basically, just
At least still
play
cleaving.
RTA regular.
It was.
Oh my god, dude.
What is speed ticks? Speed ticks are the rate at which you gain attack bar based on the speed of your, which differs between RTA and other contents. I can link a thread to it if you want.
We did a video on it before, me and Make It a Bud, but it might be a little bit not
It's a
as-
hard concept to understand.
It's a decently hard concept, but we made a video on it, and he does a pretty good job of explaining it. Yeah, in there.
It's literally always Thompson's alarm. If there's any ambient sounds, it's always Thompson.
It's not mine. And plus,
Oh, it's mine.
Don't listen
It's mine.
don't listen to Make It a Bud. I know how he ruins his units. He just puts the fastest units, his fastest ruins on one unit. He says, it's a good unit.
And then he always says that unit is a good unit by just changing the runes.
He just like puts the fastest ruins on one unit. He says that's how you ruin it.
Well, he does have a pretty nutty set. A couple of pretty nutty sets, actually.
Yep.
Wait, there's a new content patch?
Huh?
Really?
No.
Oh, do you mean the additional resource downloads? Those aren't new content patches.
Yeah, anything about the updates last night, we discussed it earlier on the podcast as well. I was gonna ask something. I forgot. the heck? What the heck? You just got a sub, Alicia.
And thanks for the gifted sub. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you
Brian,
got
if I post a link, I'm gonna get banned again.
yeah, it'll ban you, but I'll copy paste it from you.
I'll send it to you in Discord.
How do I just permit you? Oh well, I'll just take it from Discord.
Yeah.
Can you Twitch Whisper actually? It's a lot easier. Twitch Whisper.
Yes.
Real quick. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah. So any other topics that you guys want to discuss here? Sean, anything you want to
Never mind.
talk about or say?
I have a topic I want to discuss with
Okay.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yes, Thompson.
I feel like a balance patch will be coming up soon.
I think so as well.
You want to know our opinions on what you think should be changed?
Like it, or like you heard whispers, or what?
So they've been moving the balance patches to after the seasons instead of mid-season. They used to do it mid-season. Remember when there was the New York final, I think, and they changed units like the week before the final, and people were infuriated. So they kind of learned their lesson on that and started making the balance patches after a season because it's really, really unfair. So that's kind of, I think that's why Thompson thinks that there'll be a balance patch coming up soon.
They buffed Leica and then they nerfed Leica right before SWC.
It was like right then, and everyone who got in that used Leica all the time was just heartbroken.
So who do you think they're
this,
gonna get enough?
Yeah, what do you think's in this patch, Thompson? Or are you just saying that you're speculating it's gonna get?
I think Fran's stun on first skill is like very cancer.
I can agree with that. I used to think it was her cleanse, but I think the stun, if you remove the stun, she's not as oppressive because she can't like 1v2 units or 1v1 units in the end.
Sometimes she just like stuns like 2 units in a row.
With violent prop, right? Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I already told you the fix to all this, by the way. Yeah, comp to what's his fix for all that? Take something
Delete the
OP
game.
away. No, put in glancing. Attack down glancing, baby. Skill 1. There you
Okay,
go.
but that should be really good too because she'll do
That would be really good, yeah.
Like, wait,
That makes Perna like a.
if you give a light unit a glancing debuff, that means they can use it on all of the supports. So you can glance an Okeanos, you can glance a Ganymede, you can glance a Varad, you can glance whatever. Like everything can just be glanced.
Armor break.
No, but then you glance. So then you have to look at it again. You attack, let's say a Fire Monkey King. You attack break him and glance him. Now he doesn't do shit.
He actually
Okay,
So he's got
Sure.
reduced damage and a chance to do even less. I think it's pretty busted if you give her glance.
What if they reduce Fran immunity to 1 turn?
No, I think that would
No,
be huge.
it's the sun,
She
man.
would stop being used.
Sun
Nobody
is
would
so
use her if
cancer.
you reduced it to 1.
What if
The
you
initial intent with Fran's release was so that people could use her in lab, because people struggled with immunity to fight the lab bosses. And now that they put that out there, and then they're like, hey, you know, we're also going to give you a bonus attack buff on that. If you remove either that attack buff or you lower the duration of them, she's just going to be useless again. No one will use her. Also, thanks for the gifted sub.
I thought you liked the stun.
Yeah, I think they really need to. But you know what sucks is, you know they're gonna get backlash now. They just released it in the Ancient Shop, and then they're gonna give it a nerf. And if they nerf it too hard, they're gonna get some backlash, bro.
She'll
I
still be
don't know,
really
man.
good if
That
you nerf
stun
the
is
stun.
pretty toxic.
Oblivion first skill for Fran.
Oh my god.
Please, God, no.
He's so
Oh god.
Yeah.
Suddenly, everyone
on.
spends all their pieces on Fran. I farmed like 10 Frans. I will build 5 of them for Siege.
What
I'll
if it's
tell you
one-
that
what if
right
it's one
now.
turn? What if it's 1 turn immunity? I mean, Oblivion.
That doesn't matter. I just skill 1 and then 1-shot the Garo. Who cares?
Yeah, that's true.
And her speed lead is quite awesome too. Anyone of you guys just like always take her 10% speed over anything?
Well, it depends what else
always.
I have. It depends what else I have. It depends on what you're up against, but for the most part,
It
yeah.
depends if they're picking Yonhong leader or not.
Yeah.
If I see Yonhong leader, I'm like, oh nah.
Hey man, I've outsped somebody with my my Perna just because I have that 10% speed lead. It's worth.
Yeah, I take the speed lead all the time almost.
Yeah, so going
Okay,
back to
but
like
back on the topic because you brought it up
Yeah.
about the balance patch. Historically, they changed 2 LD Nat 5s. So what 2 LD Nat 5s do you guys think it will?
Nef these.
Woyang!
Wooly Young is anything with a speed lead is not going to be most prioritized. 4 changes.
Instant turn for skill 2.
Han might get a change because like Han is like only good with Gianna, but then the beast monks are pretty bad. But they could just like buff all beast monks in general, even the elemental ones, because I don't know, they're just like guild war oriented. Like they could just put really good guild leader skills on each of the beast monks. That's what I mean. Their skills are okay. Yeah.
I think
Alexandria
okay, it would be
needs a
nice,
buff.
yeah.
Huh?
I agree with you. I was gonna disagree, but I actually think that because I was gonna say that I think it might be too OP to give them like Guild Wars leader skills on the merits that Guild Wars leader skills. So if you have global lead, you get a fixed amount. That's like for speed leads 22 or 24. For other things, it's 33, right? If you get a specified lead, the speed lead goes to 33 and everything else goes to 44, which is a lot, right? Your resistance and accuracy leads go to 55. So you have to be careful about adding Nat 5 area specific leads because they're very, very strong, right? Ganymede has one of the best leads in the game. Vanessa has one of the best leads in the game because they're specified to content, which gives them that extra % of boost.
I
think the Light and Dark one should get Guild War speed lead.
Yeah, sure.
That's a dangerous top. I agree. That'd be really cool.
It would change it. It would change up the meta, but then it would change up the meta to whatever that is. Like just the beast monks now as a leader skill, right?
I mean, that's nice. I don't mind that. Some change be nice.
Right. That guild leader skill takes place into Labyrinth as well, right? So I mean, I think it helps out the general population potentially there as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's not cool how like the fire one, the water one, all got buffs, but the light and dark one are pretty crap, and they didn't. They did get buffs. They're just not good. Yeah.
They buffed the light one. It's because the skills they get are not that strong.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of bad light and dark monsters. The dark pony needs a buff. The dark ninja needs a buff. Dark desert queen needs a buff.
But that one has a skill lead. That's why they don't touch it as.
Do you think all of these units need a buff necessarily, or do you think maybe they should just be reworked?
I think they should rework all of them and give them some kind of new mechanic. And even if it still sucks, I would appreciate that they tried to make something new out of them. Because the LD units are meant to be different from the other units. They're not supposed to be as meta and do exactly the same thing as those other units the normal Nat 5s do. So with these new kind of skills and ideas, you are going to get lackluster and crappy units out of it.
The hard part is which elemental Nat 5 they should buff. Because they're all pretty even right now.
Druids need to do something.
Chow?
Rework, no buff, just rework them. Like entirely remake their skills.
Dryads too, huh? Because the Dryads are pretty bad. The Dryads?
Yeah.
Too dry.
So I have one question. So Lisha, which LD Nat 5 do you feel should be buffed non-biasedly?
Well, like I don't even really feel like Leona needs that big of a buff because yeah, I see like BT's using an RTA. I think it's fine.
BT has
which unit? Which unit?
Yeah.
Oh, Leona?
Leona, yeah.
I mean,
the one she has. I've seen people using it. It's kind of meta because of the single target strip. That's like the biggest thing, right? Yeah.
Just 100% chance to stun on skill 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No elemental disadvantage. So.
No elemental disadvantage.
Yeah.
She's really tanky too. She's really like quite tanky. She has great base stats.
What does the passive do exactly again? It's something with a stat manipulation, right?
Your attack. Your defense is equal to your attack. So if you run like speed double defense, whatever, if you have like 3,000 defense, you'll have 3,000 attack as well.
Hits like a truck.
Really?
She is very hard to build, I think. She needs a lot of stats.
Well, that's like any other bruiser, right?
Well, no, how many runes do you have where like it doesn't have attack on it? Like how many people kept a bunch of like
So you're basically using like violent dozer runes plus accuracy substat and speed, which makes it really hard. So like realistically, I would never keep runes that are for a Leona because I'm probably never gonna pull a Leona.
Nonetheless, too. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not. I'm just kidding.
Wait, but for actually, they should buff Achroma so Dust is happier.
Honestly, I agree. Achroma's very, very weak right now. Sorry, TOA guys. I'm sorry, TOA hard.
Make the passive make people glance higher rate. It feels like nothing.
Yeah, is it that weak?
It is. The reason it's weak is because she doesn't do any damage. And her intent is to be a damage-focused disruptor, right? She's 10.7k base HP. She's got 747 base defense, 747 by the way. 700 base attack, and she awakens into speed. However, she doesn't do any damage unless you give her a ton of attack because her base attack is terrible.
But she has the most ridiculous passive in the world. Untouchable passive.
Not really, though. Because if you control everything else, you just hit her over and over and she just dies.
But if you bring in, like, let's say, like, you use it as damage dealer, right? And you bring it with safety, like Vanessa, Triana. Now, who do you kill first? And she's just free reign to do damage she wants, right?
I mean, the only time you bring her in is against Gania Thor, right? Gania Thor, Okeanos, maybe?
Let's be real. There's about, like, 20 more Light and Dark Nat5s that needs a buff more than Akroma. At least Akroma got like a 55% HP like arena skill.
Yeah,
but I think the main difference is you need to consider, like, does the unit need a buff or does the unit need a rework?
Yeah,
right.
That's a big
Akroma is actually, like, her kit I think is really cool and her idea behind her is great. She just needs a slight tweak to become good, right? Whereas other units, it's like they'd have to make a lot of changes to make it good, right? Like, look at Shazam and Rahul, right? They've tried tweaking little bits for them and they're just still not good. So maybe it's
I get it.
A rework for them.
You've been trying to say Daphnis needs a rework. I get it. I see where you're going at with this one.
Really cool. I think Daphnis is really
I like him.
Now that he strips on his third skill, I think he's good.
Yeah,
full strip too. It's a full strip.
Daphnis is the meme, the well-known meme unit of Summer Resort, right? Everyone's just gonna shit on it for it. It used to be Shiho.
No,
and now it's Daphnis.
The one
right?
that was the meme for I think the longest has got to be Vanessa, but that is totally instantly like changed 7,000,000%.
Shiho, and I want to say Leica, but it's more Daphnis.
But I think Vanessa even more, right? Because that's the first unit out there. I think did Daphnis get released later, or was it always out there?
Quite a bit later. Quite a bit later.
Yeah, quite a bit later. So Vanessa's been crap for like beginning of like the dinosaur ages, man. Like nobody used it. Except for speed lead back in the day when that was a meta thing in arena. People just purely used it as slot 1 speed lead. Interesting.
Do you guys remember old Sierra?
That was probably the biggest change in the entire history, in my opinion.
That's the biggest change to anything in the game is that right there.
It brought a new entire meta.
Okay, so Lisha thinks Akroma. What do you think, Sean? For a unit that needs to be changed or will be changed next?
I'm biased, obviously, because they're supposed to change my War Young, but they chicken out and they just hide away that
right?
patch.
Well, I just gotta suck it up.
War Young's not bad, man. Like Lightning
Emperor. Oh, that thing is like
I don't
bad.
Know.
Which one?
I tried on
Lightning Emperor.
Oh yeah, that thing's a little weird, man. You get hit and you heal. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
It heals when you take damage, but you can take like small damage and you lose a stack. So you lose 5 stack very fast. So like a Bastet can skill 3 you and like your stack are gone.
Can we delete Dark Lightning Emperor from the game and then give his abilities to everyone else?
I think you got that mixed up. Dark Lightning Emperor deletes people, not you delete Dark Lightning Emperor. I think you just.
I have a replay where I one-shot the Dark Lightning Emperor. I ain't let that thing move ever.
That thing is like.
I saw him third skill in Oberon. The attack buff Oberon hit for like 12k, and I was depressed. I was depressed after that moment.
I don't mind about like the Dark Lightning Emperor. I want them to make like a free-to-play R5 unit that's really good. That's not Katarina. I mean, I'm talking about like 30 seconds R5. Yeah.
Hey, Katarina and Belager teams now.
Yeah,
I have to use it now. I don't want to, but I have to.
No, tell me about that because somebody talked to me in chat about that, and I haven't seen that. The Fire Lightning Emperor and Kata team. Like, what is the concept with that? It's just coming in as a damage dealer, and it's just insanely good.
You're guaranteed to get 5 stacks because you buff invincibility. If you use Chloe, you get 2 buffs from there. If you use an attack buff, and then you have your own like will shield set up, you're pretty much guaranteed to get 5 stacks, and he hits pretty hard.
So it's like bringing in your damage dealer for raid instead of Xiaolin now, Fire Lightning Emperor because it hits so hard. Basically,
yeah, and it's way more consistent too, right? Like he just throws off his skills, it jumps, and then you just triple Katarina.
That's the question. Okay, is it consistent?
It's the most consistent of the Katarina
like R5 teams, but you die like 1 out of every like 10 times.
It is by far the most consistent that we have ever seen. It is insane.
Okay, then I'll do it. Done.
You still need to be speed tuned with everyone else, right? Because you need your Belager and Cats to move at the same time. So you can't just like go into a random group and do it. But
who started this?
Like, can be consistent.
Like who was one of the first person to start this? Because what we should do is we should work together as a community to set the stats for it, so that when everybody knows the kind of stats they meet, everybody can potentially pub and have that same stat team, right? And similar speed. Yeah, something feasible and obtainable. So then we can all ruin it and everybody's in sync, right? Turn sync, not speed sync.
All right, I agree.
Yeah, so we should create something like that moving forward. So stay tuned really soon. I mean, I want to hear about it too. And I have Balaguer and he's just not doing anything, so might as well. It doesn't have to be skilled up though, right? It's just obviously the skill ups would just make it hit harder. That's it.
No, none of them need to be skilled up. I think it's helpful if you just have fight runes on everyone to make the damage more consistent.
So Grizzle says that he doesn't agree with the inconsistency of the teams. I think the main issue with the inconsistency of Katarina teams is that people aren't speed tuned to each other. So a lot of people end up at the wrong time. A really important thing is turn order. Turn order is really important. So if you have a Katarina that moves 4th and a Katarina that moves 5th, what happens is the Katarinas that move 4th attack, they're safe, right? The Katarina that moves 5th attacks. She still has her invincibility, but then the other two get hit by the boss's revenge because it's jumping, and then you die and you lose because of the inconsistency there.
I see. Yeah, something people don't really factor often is that in raids, no matter if you're doing Katarina or not, it's pretty dependent on like the people you're raiding with. You don't always synergize with every single person you raid with, even if everybody has decent quality runes. And I'm talking to everybody, not just, you know, the end game raid players. So sometimes it might not just be you, right? It's debuffs, it's, you know, the synergy that you have with one another in the teams. Because sometimes I go in and I don't have any problems carrying people in raids. And then like, sometimes I go into a raid with 2 other people that are, you know, I know are good, but we get a fail. And I'm just like, what the heck? Like, it's a little bit of RNG.
It's usually the people that runs like 3 or 4 like violent sets on like the team. Yes.
Definitely. Yeah, violent should only be run, in my opinion, on like healers and cleansers. It doesn't need to be run on damage dealers. I mean, if you want a YOLO, yeah, but it's going to give you a chance.
There are some people I know that run a full team of 6 violent, which I think is really cool. It works for them because, I mean, everything's on violent.
So I mean, I run a full team of non-violent and it's fine too. Like, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, full team of non-violent is so consistent.
I just put fight runes, tolerance, enhance, all that stuff in, and they're just so beefy, you know?
Yeah, so yeah, you were just pointing out that Crystal Shizzle was saying that EU is pretty consistent on the Katarina raids. I actually went to EU and, you know, all those EU players that were there, all the top players, and they were saying that everybody in EU runs Kata teams only. And I asked them, there's got to be some inconsistencies, right? They said no, they run it all day. And they don't.
Everyone has, there's a standard.
It must be
all
a standard.
Guilds build around like one person. A lot, because the guilds are very solidified there still, right? They have a lot of like guilds where a lot of people actually like play the game together nowadays, right? In global, everyone siege farms, so I mean, it doesn't really exist. But what they do basically is, and I've asked a couple of people about this, they have like 1 or 2 people who like make the team, and then everyone just like copies it because it works, it's consistent, and then they can always raid with each other.
I don't know, Chris Shizzle, but like in global, when Onceinluv invite me to an R5 team, like, who is this guy, man? Why is he like dancing to R5 with him, man? Mind your own business.
man's roasting me for R5, but I don't see him on the leaderboards for Necro.
How come the only time you message me, Tyler, is to say Roger is so attractive?
Yeah, Roger always goes in my friends list and messages people, and they're like, Weak Dog is the most attractive person I know. He's not wrong, but...
Oh my god. All right,
Brian, what do you think the LD 5 that needs to be changed is?
LD 5 needs to change Grogan still. I've always vouched for him being.
Oh, for sure.
He's you know, honestly, they put him in a better spot now where I can't see he's like absolute trash, because at least now when you nuke, right, you can bring it against a Perna comp or a Samanth comp, and when it kills, it won't revive, right? And it does hit hard. But the thing is that it fills a role of one of the biggest expansive categories of units, right? Damage dealer. Right? This was AoE cleaving damage dealer, which fills a big role. Even 4 stars can do the same thing. So I'd like to see them change it, right? Leader skill, I think, is resistance lead or something. Awakens it into resistance when it's a damage dealer. So I think a slight change there is pretty simple and can be valuable to players. I don't even have Dark Dragon, but I just always thought he was the worst. He looks cool though. Dragon. Yeah.
I want Nyx to be changed. Just ever so slightly. I don't think they can, but I want it.
Yeah, slightly, because right now he has like
the skill 1 change to him, I think, was a huge thing. I think he's the one who got affected the most by the skill 1 change. Mainly because he needs the strip for the CC setup, and like that's his entire kit. But I mean, it is what it is. I also think
don't know, man.
Maybe
like John got nerfed, and no one in the world uses John anymore. So
yeah,
but John got nerfed also because meta changed. It's a huge meta shift that also nerfed her on top of her skill 1.
It's kind of easy to say who to buff for light and dark nat 5s, but for elemental nat 5s, it's a lot more difficult now.
Druids, is it Druids? That needs to be the biggest.
I feel like the Wind Paladin should get a buff as well. I know she's decent.
I don't think all 3 units in a family need to be good. I think it's too unrealistic to expect that all 3.
But they're like nat 5s.
So, I mean, there are cases where there are families with all 3, right? In an ideal world, all units are good, right? But I discount that because it's unrealistic.
Can't have
well, like it sucks when you pull a nat 5 and it's unusable.
Okay, yeah, of course, it sucks when it sucks when you pull something that is not as good. But I mean, at the same time, if it was a realistic thing, I would agree with you. But I don't think it's worth discussing because it's not realistic. Right? We can't expect everything to be good. That doesn't exist in any of these games. That's like
they did try to buff her last patch, but she's still not good.
Well, I don't know if you just feel like she's not good for RTA, because I mean, they don't all have to.
She's pretty good in Guild Wars.
Yeah, she's really good in Guild Wars.
I have rated her as the most boring unit in the game, but the most consistently offensively defensive on Guild Wars. Like if you want to win, you put her in.
Eladio is the most boring unit in the game.
You don't use it offensively.
He just heals and revives, and that's it.
Yeah. People want to see him buffed, but the only thing that can be buffed about him is skill 3. Did you realize that? They can't touch skill 1, and they can't touch skill 2 because of Auto Mill. So the only thing
they can definitely touch skill 2.
No, they will not touch skill 2 for you, Thompsin.
Touch the skill 2, please.
Imagine make skill 2 cleanse. Oh,
dude.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Skill 2 full cleanse. Oh,
no heal, just cleanse.
I think that's still pretty. That's toxic for TOA, man. Oh my god, look at Thompson. I bet you he does this.
Full turn buff.
This is like, you know how Lisa has her cat? I have my Artemil right here. I'm like
Did you cut the holes in the shirt yourself, or like?
Hey Thompson.
Huh?
Lisha was wondering if you cut the holes in your shirt yourself.
No, dude. I definitely I live a really hardcore rugged life, and I definitely did not buy this for retail. Definitely no.
Okay.
The sacrifices, right?
I know, man.
The thug life.
Thug life, man.
Yeah.
That's the thumbnail of the podcast right there. Thug life.
Not everybody out there can handle wearing holes in like a shirt with holes. Yeah, and get
it's cold.
Not everyone can handle wearing like clothing that is actually less clothing.
I know.
You know, it's too meta for us.
It's cold.
Okay, off topic. I've never understood girls that wear jeans with like holes in them. Okay, that's it. I'm done.
Why do you want to pay more for less?
Yeah.
I definitely did not pay retail for this. I've been wearing this shirt since I was in 5th grade.
But more is less.
You've been that tall since you were in 5th grade? Jesus Christ.
That's where you get debated. More is less, but sometimes less is more. That's how Apple has gotten everybody over the years, yeah? They start off with a huge ass device, then they make it smaller. And then now what are they doing? They're making the smaller devices bigger. And then people are going to buy it, and they're going to make the big devices smaller again, bro. And then people are just going to keep buying their devices. Big, small, big, small, small, big, small, big.
Use Samsung phones? Samsung phones?
Nope, on my phone.
No.
Even though I know, there's other phones and devices with better processors.
You guys don't use Samsung? No?
I used to. I have a Google phone now.
Almost.
I'm so excited for their fold phone. I'm like, take my money. Oh my god, can't wait to buy it.
So we reached this point in society in the same way, Brian, where, it started with, these big ass, gross utility phones, and then they get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and then they get bigger. and bigger and bigger. And now we're going back to the 80s. We're getting the flip phones. We're getting the sideways slide phones.
Yep. Let me get some of those. What is it? What is that slide on? The sideways one that you kind of have like a little
LG Xenon, man.
Oh no, what was it called again? Shoot, what is it called, chat?
Remember the side sync, or what do you?
No, it flips out. The screen flips out, and then you can flip it back in, and you can flip it back in and out.
Can we talk less about my hardcore shirt and more about buffing Artemil?
Yes, a sidekick. Oh, dude, that was a thing. If you didn't have that, you're not cool, man. Yeah, I was.
I had
cool.
a sidekick, by the way.
I was cool.
But
just saying.
Can we talk less about my hardcore shirt and more about buffing Artemil? I like that topic a lot.
We are not
Hey, can we nerf
Artemil.
Artemil's passive to 12% instead of 20?
I mean, Artemil does have a weakness. It's called anti-heal, right? And if you do
no,
put...
it's called defense break.
It's called anti-heal defense break.
Well,
which
defense
provoking.
break, anti-heal, you know. Well, anti-heal, you can't heal your teammates anymore, too. So if you put cleanse on his second moves, it makes sense. It makes complete sense.
So we're never ever gonna
But
clear
why is
TOA
he a
again.
unit that gains
Yeah.
more damage as the match goes and doesn't get nerfed in his damage as the match goes? Where does that make sense? And it's just like, hey, cool. You want 100% defense? We got you. We got you. 100% defense. You know, your support's at 15 crit. It's okay. We'll crit 3 times. Don't
Okay,
worry.
this conversation is going too south. Let's talk about buffing Eladriel.
No, let's talk about Artemil. Like, I feel like that stack that they gave it was totally unnecessary. Like,
I think they're nerfing Artemil this patch.
Like the attack gain that he gets is nice. He's already a solid unit. Why the defensive stacks, man? Like, all of a sudden,
if Sai wins this season, they're gonna nerf Artemil. I hope he loses. Oh please, Sai, lose. You're my friend and all. I love you, Sai, but yeah, don't make Artemil nerf.
I think they're gonna change his passive scaling, be lower, because 20% per stack is ridiculous.
They are not.
Fair?
Unless
12% is what I want. I don't think
they are not.
I think it's too much to ask for 12%. I think 15% is very fair. and
They're
very
never
entertaining.
gonna touch Artemil. All right.
So what's
15% per
poster
stack
boy.
is still 75% defense gain. That's
Oh,
huge.
don't be greedy, man.
I'm
They're
gonna
not gonna
tell
touch.
you what's gonna happen. He's gonna gain stacks, and when he revenges, he loses the stacks.
Oh,
Hell
man.
yes.
Ah,
Built-in revenge though. We'll
They'll
give
call
him the
it-
built-in revenge.
they'll call it big brain
The
stacks.
chance
is
to
what it's gonna be
revenge
called.
is based on your.
We will give him built-in revenge. Who are you, man?
Hell yeah.
Here.
Give him built-in revenge on the passive, and that's how he stacks up. You know, you get a stack, 25% chance to revenge. Next stack,
Honestly,
50%.
though, all the archangels kind of suck a lot.
I think they're all like average. They're all like average above average.
Yeah.
Like Eladriel, Ariel,
I think Elad is like
oh,
Guild
Bella's
Wars.
really good
Like,
actually.
Elad
Bella's
is like
really
Guild
good.
Wars and like Labyrinth. I feel like Ariel's
Yeah.
like Arena, and then maybe like Guild Wars.
Is the lad still not?
Ariel's pretty good.
Yeah,
at
actually, Bella Jewel is really
People
good.
use who?
She
Yeah.
asked if people use Ariel. I think people still do for
use
Guild
Ariel.
Wars, like just a tank, like a water tank, because he can
Like the
take
boring
hits.
unit, you know?
Yeah. And he can boost
The
bar,
attack bar boost is really nice.
20%?
Okay, Ariel really needs a cleanse on like third skill. That'll be cool.
Or just make a third skill passive or something.
Yeah,
Josephine,
yes,
you know?
please. Like Camilla.
Right? Okay, I mean, this is a little bit of a tangent, but I was thinking because April Fool's is coming up and they always do the skin thing. Like I envisioned that they would do one day an April Fool's balance match. Okay, it's too controversial. I know they wouldn't do it, but oh my god, that would be so epic for one day, not in PvP areas of the game. You would just have all these changes, or they'll release a fake change to all of these units. I think that'd be the best April Fool's ever. April Fool's.
What I
balance
wanted
match.
was that all your units have different elements for one day. You just have like random different element units for a day, but you can't use it for PvP. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, hard to implement. I don't think they'll do it for PR reasons, but I mean, it's quite nice. Just make Arthur's Revenge do 60% damage like Rakan. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
They're not gonna touch Arda for the last time.
You
You
don't want
guys.
brought it up,
Are
man.
going to
All right.
Arda doesn't need a nerf.
All right. Yeah. Any last topics or questions you guys wanted to bring up before we wrap up the podcast here today? Sick. That's a lot. Yeah, we actually had some pretty good discussions today on the podcast. I had a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys taking your time to join me on the podcast. We want more debates moving forward. We had some spark of a debate, with Tyler and Thompson. We got to see more debates moving forward in the future. That'd be really nice. For those of you guys watching on YouTube, Please do leave a comment, because every single week I go through the comments. People like give me all these suggestions and questions in the chat, but I can't remember them all, right? So go ahead and leave them in the comment section on the YouTube channel, and you should check those out and use those for the future podcasts. People you want to see, you know, questions and topics you want to discuss, things you enjoyed, you know, for the podcast. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. We'll go ahead and put the names and the streams of all of these people joining us here. Onceinluv, Thompsin, Isittime, and SeanB in the description, so you guys can check them out. Everybody's from different places of the world, so everybody's streaming at some time of the day. So you'll be able to hop onto Twitch and join one of their streams. Especially Isittime. She has definitely committed to doing more RTA streams coming up. Yeah, right? Got her. Yep. As you can
I'm
see,
surprised you're like. I'm honestly surprised you don't do more RTA.
Or just
is it the meta that you don't like, or what?
No, I think.
Because you basically have to do 30 a day, and because I joined the G3 guild again, my
you ruined everything.
Sucks. Yeah, I ruined everything for
Which
Siege.
G3 guild are you in?
Is it malicious?
Oh, okay, okay.
Hey Thompson, you want to join my guild?
Which G3 guild are you in?
I'm making a new guild this week.
All-star guild.
Name.
Huh?
Yeah.
Or you could just
What's
be
the
like,
name?
you know, licious.
I will join your guild.
Okay, I have one more thing I want to bring up.
Guild if your guild name is called Thompson. Straight up.
I already checked that. It's taken.
Oh, really?
No. Why would I have checked that?
you.
Come on. Let's be honest here. Last thing I wanted to talk about, Brian. Do you think that after X amount of days, guild names should be deleted? Because I tried to make 61 different guild names yesterday, and every single one is taken by a guild with members that have not logged in for 1,500 days.
Okay. Yeah, we should definitely bring that up. I think that's just something on their end that they got to do. It's just a cleanup thing that CompToUs has to do. Yeah, clean up the names on the guilds CompToUs, and
1,500 days.
hopefully we can open up more guild
I
names.
will join your guild if you have a cool name.
Nerf
That's what
our
everybody
guild.
has said so far. Straight up. Everyone's like, you want me to leave my guild? You better have a cool name. All right, cool. I gotta figure it out now. It's a lot of pressure.
Cool name. That's it. What guild are you in? Cool name. There you go.
Cool.
Anyways,
I mean, that's really what attracted me to join SSA. I'm like, oh, like, well, scat, you know, and also like, you know, just such a cool name. I'm like, I'll join it.
Well, anyways, thank you guys for joining me. Again, appreciate your time, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out, YouTube.
Peace.
Bye, guys.